Good morning, dear my friends. Before starting the lesson, I want to introduce myself. My name is Samet and I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. I used to work as an English instructor in a call center, but I continue in a different career right now. I work as a flight attendant, but I will be an English teacher soon. So, hello, dear my students. How are you today? I'm I'm fine, thank you. I'm doing well, very well, thank you. Today we are going to work. We are going to study on present perfect tense. And so do you know? Have you ever heard for a present perfect tense? Yes or not? Okay, okay. Let's talk about present perfect tense because after the lesson, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to make your sentence by using this tense, and there are some time expressions we only use it in present perfect tense. So let's talk about difference. I worked there last year. I worked there 2 years ago. I worked there 2 years ago. So is there a time expression yet? What is the time expression, Carol? 2 years ago. There was a specific time here. 2 years ago. So we use here simple past tense. But just listen carefully. And we have also I have worked here for 5 years. So is there any difference between these two sentences? I worked there 2 years ago, and I have worked here for 5 years. That's right. If there is no specific time is mentioned and an unfinished time period, we used present perfect tense. So we have two cases. One, specific time is mentioned, no specific time is mentioned, and unfinished time period. That's right. So let's. I will. Okay. Here's our grammar lesson, and I will show you a song from YouTube, and it is a song in present tense. And please, before listening this song, I will show you a PowerPoint slide, and you will see the structure. But in order to make a sentence in present perfect tense, you need two things. One of this is have and has. Have and has. For what kind of people do we use have? Have. Ali, I have, and Aisha, you have, Kavel, they have, we have, you have. That's right. And what about has? Has. He, she, it has. That's right. Okay. We need have and has, and we need one more thing. And we think verb 3. The third form is verb of the verb. For example, what is it? Is work. That's right. It is work. What about the third form of the verb? Work, worked, worked. That's right. Worked. For example, be the second form, Ali, was, or Aisha, were. What's the difference? Was, were, he was, she was. That's right. And were, yeah, that's right. And third form is being. That's right. Let's talk about present perfect tense and the structure, and they will be very needed. Here is my PowerPoint slide, dear my students, and look at here. We need two things. One of is has and have past participle. Just there is an overhead projector, and we are watching via overhead projector with my students, by the way. And if you want a negative sentence, we use hasn't or haven't past participle. Or if you want to ask a question, have or has at the beginning of the sentence, and subject, for example, Have you ever worked there, or have you ever traveled, or have you ever been to? What is the most specific question, by the way? If you are asking someone if they go to abroad, if they have visited abroad a country, we use ever have you ever studied? So let's talk about some specific times. For example, look at the sentences here. For positive sentence, we use I have traveled, and we want to make it negative, and we use I have not, and we add your not between have, has, and verb. I have not traveled, and if we want to make a question, have I traveled before, for example. And let's talk about signal words, or some time expressions we only use in, most of them we use in present perfect tense. For example, let's look here together, dear my students. Ever, never, once, many times, already, yet, so far, all, always, before, just, recently or lately. So, for example, unspecified time before now. So look here, there's a past here and present, past and present, and there is in the middle of somewhere in the middle. Therefore, we use here present perfect tense, dear my students. I think, for example, let's look at this example. I have been to France. I have been to France in the past, but there was no specific time. Or for example, I was in France 2 years ago. So 2 years ago. There was a specific time here. 2 years ago. That's nice. Let's think about song. Our song will be a song in present perfect. We are going to listen to this song on YouTube, and after this song, just pay attention to the verbs, and present perfect structure here, and write them down, and we will talk together after listening to the song. For example, I have been still. For example, or do you want to build a snowman?
I started talking to the pictures on the walls. Hang in there, Joan.
Or the next example is,
I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track.
I have broken my heart. Baby, you have done enough. Okay, did you write the verse down? Okay, and let's talk about this, because it is very important, and it's also kind of a lesson and exercise. And after this lesson, I will give you an assignment, and I will give a present perfect tense quiz, and it will be your homework, and you will and we all together we will check the answers together in the next lesson.